एकशतैः सदा दरयुजा भक्त्या समाराधितो भक्तैर्वैदिकलक्षणेन विधिना सन्तुष्टैष स्वयं साक्षात् श्री गुरुरूपमेत्य कृपया दृग्गोचरः सन् प्रभुः तत्त्वं साधु विबोध्य तारयति तान् संसार दुःखार्णवात् तत्त्वं साधु विबोध्य तारयति तान् संसार दुःखार्णवात् सर्वव्यापकमद्वितीयमजरम् वेदान्तविज्ञापितम् द्वन्द्वाभासविवर्जितं भवहरम् शान्तिप्रदं देहिनाम् कर्मा कर्म विकर्महीनममलम् त्रैगुण्यविच्छेदकम् ध्यायेत् ब्रह्म सदा प्रशान्तमनसा भक्त्या च सश्रद्धया ध्यायेत् ब्रह्म सदा प्रशान्तमनसा भक्त्या च सश्रद्धया। हरि ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो
बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोद निराकरणमस्तु
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोद निराकरणमस्तु
अनिराकरणं मेस्तु
अनिराकरणं मेस्तु
तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु
तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु
धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
The last two verses of this chapter we will chant again as recapitulation. That is fourth and fifth of the second khanda. Pratibodha viditam and iha cheda vedit. Pratibodha viditam matam
विबोधविदितं मतम्
अमृतत्वं हि विन्दते
अमृतत्वं हि विन्दते
आत्मना विन्दते वीर्यम्
आत्मना विन्दते वीर्यम्
विद्यया विन्दते मृतम्
विद्यया विन्दते मृतम्
इह चेदवेदीदथ सत्यमस्ति
इह चेदवेदीरथ सत्यमस्ति
न चेदिहावेदीन्महती विनष्टिः
न चेदिहावेदी महती विनष्टिः
भूतेषु भूतेषु विचित्य धीराः
भूतेषु भूतेषु विचित्य धीराः
प्रेत्यास्मान् लोकादमृता भवन्ति
प्रेत्यास्मान् लोकादमृता भवन्ति
इह चेदवेदीदथ सत्यमस्ति
इह चेदवेदीदथ सत्यमस्ति
न चेदिहावेदीन्महती विनष्टिः
न चेदिहावेदी महती विनष्टिः
भूतेषु भूतेषु विचित्य धीराः
भूतेषु भूतेषु विचित्य धीराः
प्रेत्यास्मान् लोकादमृता भवन्ति
प्रेत्यास्मात् लोकादमृता भवन्ति.
Acha, this Anmaya, like the other two, which it is not so difficult, but I thought of again supplying some words so that you can write down the Anmaya. I'm not putting bracket in the supplied words, but only where we are, what meaning we are giving, we have put the brackets. Have you shown it? We have added one sadhakaha or manushyaha because the subject is not there in the mantra. So we have added the subject sadhakaha, or you can call it manushyaha also. Iha. Iha means iha loka and this body or this world. So iha means asmin dehe or asmin loke. That means they are emphasizing not after leaving the body, because in religious notions, religion is given for everybody. It is a simpler model depending on some faith. But in our religion, the religious concepts are given in such a manner that you can outlive those concepts and get into spirituality. It will never be absolutely opposite. But there will be contradictions which you have to which you have to transcend for going to the spiritual level. So when we are spiritual seekers, we are not attempting anything happening after life. It is all to do with this life when the mind, buddhi, everything is functional. So pretya, although it means after the body falls, also it can mean, but in spiritual sadhana, it will not mean anything that after the body falls, you cannot do anything. Now itself, if you transcend the body consciousness, the body identity, if you identify yourself with the subject Atma, not anything in the objective universe, nothing in the objectude, then whatever happens, that is the iha, means right in this body, in this world. Sadhakaha, iha means asmin dehe, asmin loke, chet yadi, chet means yadi, chet tat brahma avedit, if he knows that Brahman while he is in this body, in this loka world. Atha means then, tada, satyamasti. Satyamasti means jivitasya paramarthata bhavati. That I have put in the bracket. That means the life becomes fruitful, life becomes truthful. Iha chet, next line, iha chet tat brahma na avedit. Iha chet tat brahma na avedit. Here also the bracket should not have been there. It has been put by mistake. Because it is not the meaning of chet. It is a supplied word. Iha chet tat brahma na avedit. That means here itself, in this world, in this body, if that Brahman is not known, then what happens? Tada tasya means tasya sadhakasya, the subject we started with. Tada tasya mahati vinashtihi bhavati. Mahati vinashtihi bhavati. Great is the loss, colossal will be the loss for him. Dhiraha, the wise people, bhuteshu bhuteshu. Bhuteshu, it is Saptami. That means in the bhutas, in all the beings, in all the materials, all the existence everywhere. Bhuteshu bhuteshu ekam atmatattvam vichitya. Here it is given vichitya. That means sakshat kritya. I have explained it in detail that actually it is the chit which you have to know. Vishesha bhavena, vishesha rupena, chit has to be understood. That is chit, universal. Well, in samadhi you understand the chit, but there is neither the world is there nor your individuality is there. Nothing is there. Only that chit is there. But when we are saying vichitya, means the world is there with its all fragmented appearance. But in each perception on anything, I said that not only perception, when there is no perception, in the nothingness also, we have to identify the chit. That is the vichitya, the meaning of the vichitya. Because there cannot be any, even the nothingness also cannot be known without that. When there is object, the object has to be revealed by that. When it is a thought, it has to be revealed by that. Everything has to be revealed by that. So, dhiraha bhuteshu bhuteshu ekam atma tattvam vichitya, I have put. That one Atma, which is the Brahman, that has to be identified in everything, in every perception. Sakshat kritya. Asmat lokat pretya. Here asmat lokat pretya means it will appear that after dying, leaving this world. No, it is transcending this world. Asmat lokat pretya amritaha bhavanti. They realize their immortality. Now, everybody is immortal, but our problem is we don't know that we are immortal. Why do we know? Why don't we know? Because of the ignorance and the impurities in us. Actually, everybody is in yoga, but it is because of the ignorance and the impurity we consider ourselves to be small. It is our ego which has made us small and detached from the real Atma as a different thing. And we are looking for the Atma as something different from me because of that ego only. Do you get the point? We have taken ourselves away from there. Viyoga we have created. So that Viyoga has to be removed. That Viyoga has been created by the ego, which is constructed out of the smallness of our identity, associated with all kinds of desires, raga, dvesha, etc. So when the mind starts becoming free of the raga, dvesha, it starts getting freed of all these smallness, constrictions, etc. We come closer and closer to the real Atma. That is why we always say that in simple term, the spiritual sadhana means expansion of the mind. Because Atma is infinite, Atma doesn't have any limitation, any fragmentation at all. So as our mind is in expanding, it is coming closer and closer to the real self. And how will it expand? As we remove our selfishness, raga, dvesha, etc. So, not that we have to attain Amritattva, but we have to know that my real identity, it never undergoes any change. It is transcending the causality. So when it transcends causality, there cannot be any change at all. All the changes are within the fold of causality. When it is not an object, there is no question of any causality coming in because it is not in the objectude at all. See, Nachiketa understood, 7-year-old boy. He asked the question that you tell me if you know anything which is beyond dharma and adharma, beyond causality, beyond past and future. If you don't accept Nachiketa, at least you should think that thousands and thousands of years ago, at least before Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads were there before Bhagavad Gita, so maybe minimum 10,000 years or so, they have written all these things. And in reply to Nachiketa, what did he say? Na jayate na mriyate va vipaschit. Nayam kutaschit na babhuva kaschit. This second line is extremely important. Often we miss. Na jayate na mriyate va vipaschit. In Bhagavad Gita also it is there. Na jayate na mriyate va kadachit is there. Vipaschit means ajnani. Or you can say Atma also. It is the same thing. Because jnani is one who has identified himself with the real Atma. So he does not die, does not get born also. Na jayate, na mriyate va vipaschit. Nayam kutaschit na babhuva kaschit. He has not come from anywhere. Nayam kutaschit. That means he has not come from anywhere. That means what? Causal नहीं है. उसके पहले कोई cause नहीं है. Na babhuva kaschit. If you say that the world is born of him, no. Nothing has been born out of it also. Because it is not within the fold of material causality. The causality is in the objectitude. In this there is no, it has not come from any cause and it has not produced also any effect. If it has no cause but it had produced the universe, then you are logically wrong. Because you are saying it has no cause, but you are relating it with the causality same that it has produced the universe, then we will ask for the cause of that. So if at all anything absolute is there, it has to be beyond causality. When it is beyond causality, it cannot produce anything material out of it also. There cannot be any effect, material effect of it also. That is why the whole universe is called Vivatta. It is not a material Srishti. It is a Vivatta Srishti. So when we understand this, then we become immortal. Not that we become immortal, we understand our immortality of our real identity. We don't bother anymore about the mortality of the body. The body has been born, it will fall also. All these are under the cause and effect. Every moment, millions of cells are dying, getting born also. Everywhere there is birth and death always. Causality means birth and death. The cause dies and the effect is born. So it need not be that the whole body is death we have to think of. Everywhere there is always birth and death going on. So as long as our vision remains limited to that causal vision, it will be surrounded by birth and death is what they say. In religion, we will say that it is surrounded by birth and death means he will go to the heaven and he will come back again and he will die again, he will get born again. But when we become spiritual, particularly in the knowledge orientation, we will understand that it means becoming, going, transcending all changeful aspects, which are all in the material ken, in the objective ken. In Bhagavad Gita, similarly is there in 6.29. Sarva bhutasthamaatmanam sarva bhutani chatmani ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshana. Now see, when we start with samadarshana, as if it is very simple managemental vision that everything we have a samatva, evenness and all. But Bhagavad Gita doesn't stop there, it comes to this level. Sarva bhutastham atmanam sarva bhutani cha atmani. Everywhere is myself and all the beings, all the manifest universe is in me. I am in everything, everything is in me. Ikshate yoga yukta atma. When we... Hey, kya ho raha? Huh? No, you are making more sound than the cricket. Sit wherever you are. Don't move so much. These are all extremely deep studies. If we move along, how can you do? Sit. Let the cricket do sound, that will be harmonious. We produce disharmonious sound. The nature will produce always harmonious sound. If the bus goes here, the sound, that is disharmonious. But even if a tiger, what do you call it, calls, that will be harmonious only. We don't have to worry about it. क्या बोल रहे थे? हाँ, Ikshate yoga yuktatma. This is the yoga yuktatma, means one who has dissolved his egoistic posited identity, the small identity, which has got dissolved in his real identity. Then what happens? It is the ikshana of him. It is not a pashya, that they are not seeing with any or hearing with any of the indriyas are not. Even it is not a thought out concept also. He is not thinking that yes, I am everywhere, God is everywhere. That as a practice we start. But a yoga yuktatma, it is an ikshana, means it is a natural vision of the buddhi. It is not an effortful buddhi which is saying that yes, my Atma is there, my Atma is there. It is a natural perception of the buddhi. Ikshana is very important. It is not external vision or mental vision. It is the vision of a dhi. In Kenopanishad, drishyate tu agraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshivi. What is the first line? What is the first line? Gudhotma na what is that? Sarvabhuteshu gudhotma. Forgetting. Shlokas get mixed up. Kenopanishad, it is in. Where have I written it? Got it. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu. That is why I remembered this. This is 12th sloka of this chapter. Kenopanishad, the numbering is different in different books. Here it is 66th verse, but in this chapter it is 12th. Oh, the chapter, it will not match with you. Each book has a different. It is after that sequential. Mahatah param abhyaktam abhyaktat purusha paraha purushatna param kinchit sakashtha sa paragati. That purusha is the supreme. After saying that, he is saying, when we say like that it is beyond mind, beyond buddhi, beyond this, we think that it is unreachable. So there will be we may feel negated, we may feel dejected, that there is no point in pursuing. So he says that Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudhotma, that means gudhaha atma, na prakashate. So although it is the supreme thing, which is everywhere, which is more powerful than anything, which is the source of all powers, he has described the glory of the Atma, but at the same time, it is gudhaha in sarveshu bhuteshu. Everywhere it is there. So it is there in our heart also. Everywhere it is there, but it is hiding. Na prakashate. It is not visible, easily graspable by anything. Then it cannot be grasped. No. Drishyate tu agraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshivihi. By the subtle seers, it can be seen by the agraya buddhya, agraya sukshmaya buddhya. A buddhi which has been sharpened. Sharpened by what? Tapasya, by desirelessness, by knowledge, by practicing knowledge, by making the mind pure, the buddhi also will be sharpened. And more we try to understand this subjective truth, the buddhi will get sharpened. That is the agraya buddhi, when it is not looking for anything object. The final sharpening is, you will not look for the truth in the objectude at all. You understood that it is not to be seen there, so you will be able to take that step. To agraya sukshmaya buddhya. This sukshmaya sukshmadarshivihi, that those who are subtle seers, they see it by their subtle buddhi which has been sharpened. So that is the, what is this now? What did I say? Ikshate yoga yukta atma sarvataha sarvatra samadarshana. This is the ultimate of samadarshana of Bhagavad Gita. It is not just seeing equally everybody and having a balanced attitude and impersonally everybody seeing. No, it has to go to this level. Then only the samadarshana will be complete. From there, the behavioral things will come. So, outward behavior, he may have all the differences he will have. We should not get deluded by that. But he will not do out of any selfish intention or any partial vision. So he will be able to, that is how the Arjuna will be equipped to fight his grandfather also, fight the enemy like Duryodhana also. Fight the grandfather in spite of his love and attachment, and fight the enemy in spite of his enmity, so overcoming the enmity. When he can fight the beloved grandfather, he will be able to fight the enemy also without having any enmity, because it has to be done. They have to be punished. Now go to the next chapter. See, more or less the Upanishad is complete here. In this chapter it is completed. They are introducing a mythological story here, only to emphasize that here's last sentence also, Iha Chedavedi, the last sentence is Pretya Asman Lokad Amrita Bhavanti. How? Bhuteshu Bhuteshu Vichitya Dhiraha. That identifying this and all. Now naturally, what will be the greatest obstacle in this? Identifying the chit in everything, identifying the truth in every perception. What is the greatest obstacle? That, to explain that, they have introduced this mythological story. That however powerful one might be, that ego is the greatest obstruction, that it will not allow you to see the truth. So he has taken the example from the Devas, because Devas are much more powerful than the Manushyas. Devas are considered, in mythological consideration, Devas are much more powerful. Like Agni, Vayu, Indra, they are all very powerful personalities. Now even so much of power those who are holding, almost universal power, they are also not able to approach the self. That is the samamvanam of this story. So here two things are there. One is the eulogization of this Brahma Vidya. It is not eulogization, it is creating a value orientation in our mind. See, you will not take to anything or listen to anything unless you evaluate it to be something very great and valuable. Otherwise, you will not have attention towards it. You will not put any effort. So when something great is presented, unless they put it in proper perspective, the listener, the student will not give it the right value. In Sanskrit, we call it Shraddha. That infusing the Shraddha in the disciple is the Guru's job, in the teacher's job, or the Shastra, Shruti Mata's job, is to infuse Shraddha in the people, in the disciple, for this ultimate goal of life. So that is why they have taken the mythological story of the great Devas. Amongst the Devas also, they are the greatest, the Agni, Vayu and Indra. They are the greatest amongst the Devas. Even for them, what is the obstacle and how they are not able to, and how Indra was able to, all these things are the part of the story. We have to understand that. So, two things. One is eulogization, that is one quality of a Shastra, that is putting it so that the people are having a value for this. The second point is the difficulty of attaining this because of our ego, because of our limited, Abhimana and ego. Abhimana means considering ourselves to be great or identifying with our powers and all. Start the Brahma Devebhyo Vijigye. Now, these are all not poetry. Now there is no meter in this. Brahma Devebhyo Vijigye. Say.
ब्रह्मदेवेभ्यो विजिज्ञे
Tasyaha Brahmano Vijaye.
तस्यः ब्रह्मणो विजये
Deva Amahiyanta.
देवा अमहीयन्त
Tasyaha
तस्यः
Brahmano Vijaye.
ब्रह्मणो विजये
Deva Amahiyanta.
देवा अमहीयन्त
In the original text, they will all be written together. Each word will be this long, full. Because see, Deva Amahiyanta, it will be together. Te Aikshanta, that Ekara gets dropped because of the followed by I. So in your book it is Ta or Te. What is that? It is should be Ta because the Ekara gets dropped. But when we will split, we will use Te. Ta Aikshanta
तैक्षन्त
Asmakamevayam Vijayaha.
अस्माकमेवायं विजयः
Asmakamevayam Mahimeti.
अस्माकमेवायं महिमेति
Ta Aikshanta
तैक्षन्त
Asmakamevayam Vijayaha.
अस्माकमेवायं विजयः
Asmakamevayam Mahimeti.
अस्माकमेवायं महिमेति
Brahma ha devebhyo. Devebhyaha actually. Devebhyaha means Chaturthi Bahuvachanam. Devebhyaha. Chaturthi, it is sort of Sampradana Chaturthi. That when you gift something to somebody, then Chaturthi is used. Devebhyaha. Vikshaya dadati. Devebhya Vijigye. Vijigye. This Vijigye is coming from, this is a very special, I spent hours for this. I asked Pranati, I asked Satishji, nobody could find out the final. Then I got my old school grammar book, Vidyasagar Mahashaya, and I get all the reply from there. There in a small footnote it is written. And then when I told Satish that I have got it, it is lit, it is like this. Then he said, I have got one information about it. When the V is added to the dhatu, that Vijigye, V is added, V is a prefix. When it is added, it will take the Atmanepadi root. The greatest discovery was that it is the Atmanepadi. That is why the Atmanepadi root for this Ji dhatu is not given. Ji means winning over, Jitna, Jaya, Jaya. So Ji dhatu, wherever we are seeing it is dhatu, Manjari or other book, even our Atmanepadi Rupa is given. So at that time you could not find. But I did not find. I have seen it. I could not find. Vijigya is not there. Atmanepadi Rupa is there. Then let me see. I could not find, I only found the Parasmai Padijigishe and all. Bhave Prayoga. No, Bhave Prayoga is the Kattari Prayoga like. Oh, it is Kattari Prayoga? No, it is not Kattari. Anyway. So, this is Ji Dhatu, lit, Atmanepadi, Prathama Purusha, Ekavachanam. Those who are interested can write down. Otherwise, the Jigisha, etc., the Rupa will, when the B is not there, Jigisha and all those things are there. Lit, Jidhatu, Ji, Ja, Ji, Ji. Jidhatu, lit, Atmanepadi, Prathama Ekavachanam. He says that there is a mythological story that mythological story always meaning something. That means whenever in the universe or in the world, the evil rises too much. Just like Bhagavad Gita, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya. Right? Tadadmanam srijamyaham. That whenever the evil rises to great height and there seems to be all around darkness, then the truth itself, Brahman, it's from the truth itself, a power dawns in the world who will see that the disbalance is looked after and the good qualities they win and rule of righteousness, rule of dharma is established. This is the net. Otherwise, the whole world will not be there. As such, you may ask that then why is evil there? Why not God produce only? That cannot be. In any creation, always duality will be there. And if dukkha is not there, the sukha will lose its meaning. If dushtas are not there, then the good people also will lose meaning. Always duality will be there. But it is the harmony of nature you may call, or it is the, if you consider truth to be a personified truth also, Ishvara also, it is the harmony of nature or the harmony of creation to balance it, that evil and goodness also will be balanced. Whenever there is a disbalance, then some power manifestation, the power will work and it will destroy the evil and goodness will be established. This is the principle. So when it so happened, even Bhagavad Gita 16th chapter, you will get the Daiva Asura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. That is, what are the Daiva Sampatti and what are the Asura Sampatti. That our qualities, which are the Asura qualities and which are the godly qualities, the good qualities. So whenever it happens that the Asura qualities are too much, then the interference from the truth comes. So he says that the mythological story is that Mohini Rupa and they deluded the Asuras, finally they all missed it and the Devas won. This story is there. So finally the Devas won. That is the case. So actually Brahma played the role, Brahma means the truth, played the role so that the good qualities they win. So the Deva qualities, the Deva powers, Devas, they won. But what happened is that when the Devas also, good people also, suppose in social level also, when good people win, they will think that it is our quality we have won. So they will have an ego about it. That is why we generally say that the social revolution brought about by societal people only will not be all right. It should be brought in by it will be flawless when it is brought in by it is instituted by spiritual saints who will not have that kind of ego and who will not mind also, even if they are not successful finally, they will not mind. Whatever power had to be instituted, they will do. Whatever changes they could do, they will do. Not that everything will become successful. They will not be associating that Katritva, Katri Bhoktri Bhava will not be there. Whereas normally social reformers who are not spiritual saints, they will have lot of Kartri Bhoktri Bhava about it, but I have changed it. So the Devas also were suffering from that ego, Kartri Bhoktri Bhava. Devas as such are indulgent, they have lot of bhoga and they have lot of kartritva also, because I can do this, I can do that, that is there. So we should not just reject it that it is a mythological. When you read the Upanishads, there might be a tendency to just to simply skip it or reject it. They have, everything has got relevance to us, otherwise they will not give. Sometimes it is very difficult to find out the deeper meaning and all, but if we try, some relationship will come. So he says that Brahman arranged that so that the good qualities win in the world, the good is established in the world, he helped the Devas to win. For Sadeva hitartham jayam labdhavat, the tatphalam cha prayachat. He is saying that he got the Devas win over, made the Devas victorious, and the result of victory also he assigned to the Devas. Now what happened to the Devas? He is saying, Tasyaha Brahmanaha Vijaye Deva Amahiyanta. Here, Tasya means Shashti Vibhakti. Brahmanaha, Tasya Brahmanaha. Both are Shashti Ekavachanam. Tasya Brahmanaha Vijaye. In the Vijaye is Saptami. Vijaye means in the winning, in the victory. In the victory of Brahman, Devaha, the Devas, Amahiyanta, they felt glorified. Amahiyanta is lung, Prathama, Prathama Purusha, Bahuvachanam, Atmanepadi. Amahiyanta. Lang, Prathama Purusha, Bahuvachanam, Atmanepadi. And ta is actually te, because of I, it is becoming ta, followed by I, that is why. This amahiyanta is lang means past tense. It has come from mahima. Mahima means glory. That they started feeling glorified by the victory of the Devas, which was actually designed and instituted by Brahman, by the truth. So they thought we have won. And not only we have won, there will be competition also. Indra will say that because of my astra it has happened. Vayu will say because of my force it has happened. Agni will say because of my dahika shakti it has happened. Everybody will boast that who had played a greater role in the war. Ta aikshanta. They thought. Where is it gone? They thought, what is that? Asmakam eva ayam vijayaha. Asmakam eva ayam vijayaha. This is simple. Do you want this Anvaya also to be written? It's a prose form. So the words are not going here and there. Ta means te aikshanta. They thought, asmakam shashti bahuvachanam. Asmakam means ours. Asmakam eva means indeed. See, the emphasis of ego is coming. Asmakam eva ayam vijayaha. This victory that we have, it is our victory. Asmakam eva ayam mahima iti. Not only the victory, the glory we have got, this is our glory. So they were all very glorified. They were sitting and boasting with each other that it is our glory, our Asmakam eva ayam vijayaha. This victory is because of us, and this mahima out of it, the glory out of it. Mahima is prathama ekavachanam. Asmakam eva ayam mahima iti. This mahima also is ours. So, seeing them boasting like this and that actually not seeing, whenever anything happens, then the truth or the consciousness or the Brahman is the first to know it. Before we know, it knows. Suppose we are saying that God is omniscient. Omniscient means all knowing, every knowing. Then why do we pray before God? Because any prayer coming to our mind, before it comes, God knows about it. And what we need also, He knows better than us. So we will call God omniscient, but always wanting to tell Him, remind Him that I have this defect, I have this insufficiency, I want this, I want that. Why do we have to tell? This is all ignorance. These are all part of the ignorances. We have to deal with them. Our mind has got all these things. Even a Vedantin also, when he is in trouble, in his mind he will think of some external God sitting somewhere, he is praying to that, as long as the mind has not been treated. We knew a Vedantin, quite strong Vedantin. When his wife died, it was another. When he lost something, there was a great calamity. So he said that, see, all of you, you believe in God, so you have somebody to pray. I am a Vedantin, so I have nobody to pray. What shall I do? Whom shall I pray? If he is a Vedantin, doesn't need anybody to pray. Everywhere that prayer will be there. But this is what happens to us. We should know that these pitfalls are there. So actually, before we know, He knows whatever is happening. I think in Bible also this kind of statements are there. Is it not? Some statements are there. So, he knew and he thought that this, if my lieutenants, that is Devas, are the keeper of righteousness and proper, if my lieutenants are not all right, then it will be a trouble. So I must look into it that their Abhimana is removed. See, when Krishna was treating Arjuna, because the purpose of the dharma has to be served. And if Arjuna, because of his egoistic desires and ignorance and constrictions, he is not able to get over his constrictions, the war cannot be won. So Krishna had to look into it, how Arjuna's mind can be relieved. Initially he scolded that you are like eunuchs, kliba. No, you will lose all your glory. Everybody will only ninda. क्या बोलता है? Scorn. Ninda? Condemn you, blame you for your napumsakata. So he thought that Devas have to be corrected. If they are becoming egoistic like this, it will not be all right. Because with such an egoistic mind, whatever powers are given to that personality, it will not be able to operate with its optimum level, at its optimum level. Whenever we are dissolving our ego, we will be able to do the work to its optimum level, to its maximum potential. Is it not so always? Because by that our mind expands and we are in tune with nature. So whatever to be done will be done through that mind. That is why the other day I said in Yoga Sutras, after saying all these things, that this has to be that first after the four, that Vritti Sarupyam Itaratra. Then he goes on saying what are our defects, how they have to be removed, everything, this, samadhi, that, many things. Then finally in 23rd Sutra he says, Ishvara Pranidhanadva. You do all these things, or you Ishvara Pranidhanat means, Pranidhana means Atma Samarpana. Completely surrendered. Surrender means what? Get rid of the ego. What is the test of surrender? How will you know that you have surrendered? One is non-expectation, but surrender sense will not be there in that non-expectation. He will feel an ashrita bodha. Ashrita bodha means as if I am sitting on the lap of the Lord, that nothing will go wrong, everything, whatever. There the acceptance is also coming. That means whatever happens, it is done by the Lord, nothing will go wrong. This ashraya bodha or ashrita bodha is the test of surrender. So whether Lord is there or not, it doesn't matter. We are saying that we are surrendering to the Lord. Even if Lord is not there, our surrender will have its full force, because it is the ashraya bodha in your mind which will make the mind completely in tune with the fundamental tone of nature, the fundamental note of nature, and it will have its maximum power to accept everything, withdraw everything. I mean, whatever to be done to do, it will have the godly power at that point. So this, whether the God exists or not, it does not matter. The surrender is it's a tune of the mind, of our being. So if we have this ashrita bodha, that refuge, ashrita bodha, Sally, you should say, you have understood. It means a refuge, the sense of refuge. That means I have the highest refuge. Bhayat agnishcha tapati, bhayat tapati suryaha. Na, bhayat agnishcha vayushcha mrittuhu dhavati. Mrittu dhavati panchamaha. What is that? Bhayat agnistapati, bhayat tapati suryaha, bhayat agnistapati. Bhayat asyagnishtapati, na? না প্রথম লাইনটা কি? अस्याग्नि, না হলে মিটার মিলছে না তো। ভয়াদ अस्याग्निस्तपति, ভয়াত তপতি সূর্যঃ, ভয়াত ইন্দ্রশ্চ বায়ুশ্চ মৃত্যুর্ধাবতি পঞ্চমা, না? পেয়েছো, বার করেছো? 6.4. When I first read it, I thought that what is this? Suddenly the Upanishad is introducing fear in us. It is all taking us to the abode of fearlessness. Why should it say all that everybody is fearful, fearful, fearful? Actually, what he is trying to say is that truth or Brahman or that Atma, whatever you may say, by his fear, the fire is doing its duty. It is burning everything. The sun is radiating. The Indra, the Lord Indra and Vayu, they are all performing their duty out of fear of this. Even the Mrityu, Yamaraja himself is saying, Mrityur dhavati panchamaha, that even the fifth entity like the Mrityu, he is also performing his duty out of fear. There is a deep meaning in it. That all this causal world, it is running by that. So the Mrityu is part of it. It has to do its duty. If there is no death, what will we do? No, nothing can remain. Only birth and death are a part of the same duality. That is, the cause has to die and the effect has to be born. We want nobody wants Mrityu. How can it be? Mrityu has to be accepted. Without that, nothing can be there. The cause and effect. Mrityu is the cause, that death, which will give rise to another effect, birth. So, out of the fear, all these things are doing. So, if you get refuge in that power, by the fear of this, all the greatest powers of nature are doing their duty, performing their duty. Then can you have any fear? I am sitting in the lap of that great power, by whose fear everything is running in this world, universe. So what can scare me at all? Do you get the meaning there? So this is what Brahman is. Now he says, Tat ha esham, the second shloka. Tat ha esham vijajnyau, vijajnyau, tebhyo ha pradur babhuva. All these words are because of the lit prayoga and all those things. Tat ha esham. Esham means Shashti Bahuvachanam. Esham Devanam. That means ha. Here the subject is not there. Subject is Brahma. Brahma ha esham Devanam. Tat. Tat means that Abhimana, that mithya Abhimana. Vijajnyau. Vijajnyau means Vijnatavat. That means he knew, he came to know, or he knew. This Vijajnyau is coming from Jnadhatu. Jnadhatu means Janna. The earlier one was Jidhatu, Jina. Jidhatu means to win, victory. Here it is Jnadhatu. That is Janna. Jnadhatu, Parasmaipadi, lit, Prathama Purusha, Ekavachanam. Because Vijajnyau is referring to Brahma Vijajnyau. Brahma is the subject. So it is Ekavachanam. Otherwise in Bahuvachanam also it would be Vijajnyau. This is the nature of this Parasmaipadi lit. Jayau, Yayau, both cases. So, Brahma esham devanam tat mithya abhimanam vijajnyau, vijnatavat, vijajnyau. Lit mana, it is long, far past. That whenever they are referring to some mythological stories, they will use lit. Tebhyaha. Tebhyaha means devebhyaha. Ha pradur babhuva. Babhuva. Just now I said that in Kenopanishad, Nayam kutaschit na babhuva kaschit. Babhuva is coming from bhudhatu, lit, Prathama Purusha, Ekavachanam. Bhudhatu, lit, Prathama Purusha, Ekavachanam. There they have added that praduhu, pradur bahuva. Pradur bahuva means he appeared amongst the Devas, that is, he came to them. Avirbhava. Avirbhava means he appeared there. Huh? He means the truth, the Brahman, the consciousness, Atma, Brahman, whatever. He appeared amongst the Devas, but the Devas, seeing this appearance, they could not understand anything. They have used the word yaksha. Yaksha means a spirit. Generally, yaksha is not used in a good sense, but here the usage is different. But generally, yaksha means spirit. Often it is used for the ghost also. That means not a material srishti. That is the main thing. It is, yaksha is the name of Kuvera also, who is the master of all wealth, property. And Kuveras, the people who are protecting, they are also called yaksha. So, often, I don't know, in Bengali we use it very much, that somebody is very kripana, who always keeps his wealth always protected, refuses to share it with others, we call it like yaksha. That yaksha is the protector of the whatever wealth is there. But here it is used in the sense of spirit only. That yaksha appeared means it is not easily understood, it is not a material srishti. Suddenly somewhere he appeared in front of the devas. And here Shankaracharya has written yaksham is idam yaksham. Yaksham is pujyam mahadbhutam. That is, it is a pujaniya rupa. That it's a very worshipable, something great spirit appearing before them. But the devas could not understand what is this. Tat na vyajanata. Again, vyajanata. Vi ajanata. Ajanata is lang, atmanepadi, prathama purusha, bahuvachanam. Now you should remember, these are very misleading. Vyajanata, when we read, it will appear like singular. It is not so. Lang, it is always, bahuvachanam comes like that. Vyajanata, it is not Vyajananta, it is Vyajanata, it is bahuvachanam. Who did not know? The devas. They did not know. That is why they have used the word. Te na Vyajanata. That's te na Vyajanata. Tat na Vyajanata. I will give the Anvaya again next day. Don't worry. Na, lang. Lang Atmanevadi, Nepade, Prathama Purusha, Bahuvachanam. Kimidam yakshamiti. What did they not understood? What did they not know? What is this yaksha? What is this spirit suddenly appearing? What is this avirbhava? What is this appearance suddenly? We will chant this a little. We have not done, no? Tadhaisham vijajnyam. এটা লেখনি এখানে আছে তো? तद्धैषां विजज्ञौ तेभ्योह प्रादुर्बभूव तद्धैषां विजज्ञौ तेभ्योह प्रादुर्बभूव तन्न व्यजानत किमिदं यक्षमिति. Can we meter it a little? Tadhaisham vijajnyau tebhyoha pradurbabhuva tanna vyajanata kimidam yakshamiti. Tanna vyajanata kimidam yakshamiti. He says that when understanding their mithya abhimana, the devas mithya abhimana, Brahman appeared in front of the devas. In front of the devas he appeared. The devas, looking at this worshipable great form, spirit, did not understand who is he. Te agnim abruvan. Te agnim abruvan. Jata veda etad etad
एतद्विजानीहि
te agnim abruvan jata veda
ते अग्निमब्रुवञ्जातवेद
etad
एतद्विजानीहि
kimetad yakshamiti
किमेतद्यक्षमिति
tatheti.
तथेति
So the Devas, they first ask fire, Agni. Te means they, the Devas, Devaha. Agnim abruvan. Abruvan. Abruvan against lang bahuvachanam. Abruvan. Lang bahuvachanam. They told Agni, the Devas told Agni. What did they say? He Jata Veda. Jata Veda is Sambodhana. This is Jata Veda is Sambodhana. He Jata Veda. Etat Vijanihi. Etat Vijanihi. Vijanihi is Lot Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. This is simple. Vijanihi means Lot Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. Etat Vijanihi. Know this. What is that etat? Kim etat yakshamiti. Etat Vijanihi. What is this yaksha? What is this spirit which has appeared? Please try to know. Go and know about it. Agni said, Tatheti, Tatha iti. Means, Tathastu, as they say, Tathastu, let it happen like that. Well, I will go and see. They are very conceited with their glory and all, so asking to see, हाँ ठीक है हम जाएंगे देखेंगे देख लेते हैं कौन है. Because you will find that I will take it up again tomorrow. I thought I will finish this chapter today and tomorrow then I can finish the whole. But it may not go because some grammatical things are there. I will go it a little slow. So the main point is when somebody goes, try to understand the mind. Somebody has come, you don't know. You are going and inquiring. Will you not go prostrate? If you are humble or he is pujaniya, worshipable, then prostrate as long as you want, as much as you want, or whatever is your nature. With humility you will ask, Oh Lord, who are you? This is the humble way of asking. But Agni goes and he does not ask anything. You will find that those who are very rich, conceited people, they will not show interest about others. Generally, if he is not humble. Somebody has come, they will not inquire about him. They will not ask, what do you want, what is to be done, etc. That expansion will not be there because their power, their riches that make them constricted. This is how the ego spoils us. It divides us from everybody. So normal, by extension of our soul, by extension of our mind, it is not only we become stress-free, all the stress will go because we are egoistic, we are holding on to us everything. So we are always having a stress. By becoming free and inquiring about everybody, humble and all, we will not only be free of our stress, but we will have greater power also. Power means the expansion, spreading amongst everybody, know and all. So, this is not the right behavior on the part of the Agni, that he went near him and he did not ask anything. The spirit asked him that, who are you? Now, if a rich person, very known, say Nobel laureate or so, or great person, or a president of India or president of America comes and you ask, who are you? Will he not get very insulted and, Are, you don't know who am I? Agni also it happened that I am the great Agni, the Jata Veda. Jata Veda is another name of Agni. Jata Veda means who knows everything from, because Agni means energy. Energy is there in everywhere. So he knows everything actually. He spreads everywhere. He is there, presence is everywhere. So it's a great power. He says that, I am Agni, I am Jataveda. Brahman asked that, what is your power? He said, I can burn off the whole world, the whole Prithvi I can destroy. See how he is reacting with the ego. Then Brahman gives him a trina, a blade of grass. He keeps it here. Please burn it for me. And Agni tries, helter skelter, and nothing he could do. The trina did not burn at all. He could not do it. So he fell from his height. But even then, he did not get humbled there. He went back to the gods, said that I could not know who is he. See, when he is not able to show you that his power is not effective at all, should he not become humble and say, oh Lord, who are you? I have always burnt everything, but here what has happened to you? You should be able to connect everything. When my beloved Baba, all of you have read, when first time the Baba was showing magic in the, not first time, in the magic in the village, and first time our Kshitish Chandra Dev was present there, his Gurudev, Baba's Gurudev. Now Baba was showing a magic where holding anybody's hand, he will tell his what is the thought inside the mind. He used to tell the thought inside mind. That was his magic. Now they will ask for volunteer from the crowd, those who are the seers, he will ask that if whoever wants you come. Many people will not come because they are afraid if my thought, they don't have good thoughts, but some people will volunteer. So Kshitish Chandra came and extended his hand. Baba tried once, twice, thrice, nothing, because he could make his mind blank easily, and Baba was not able to understand, why am I failing today? So he failed, then finally he was ashamed. Now what happened is that immediately he might have got a little humbled there, but he did not express anything. But right after the function, he went to Kshitish Chandra Dev and said that, what is this? I have never failed like this. What have you done? What is the mystery of it? Then Kshitish Chandra started telling him the great mystery of this spirit. That your what magic? You know the real magic and all. So that is how he finally went for Diksha. So suppose he was fully egoistic and he was not ready to get humbled, then he would not go to Kshitish Chandra to ask him that what is his mystery, what is his power that because of his presence he failed today. He would not have the humility to ask it. And in that case, he would have lost the chance of being initiated by him also. See how it works, I am trying to analyze that. How the ego prevents us. I had a mama. He belonged to a very good lineage where many very good sannyasins were there. In a way, my lineage also my mother's lineage. But he was very egoistic about his lineage, that in my lineage such great erudite sannyasins are there, who had written also Shastras and all. So somebody has told, some foreteller had told him, astrologer had told him that your guru will be a Mahapurusha. Mahapurusha means a great spiritual person. So he was waiting for a Mahapurusha to come, then only he will take initiation. Now he was staying just one after this. Our house is 13 and their house is 15 or 11 or something. In between there was only one house. The other house is theirs. Swamiji visited our house. Swamiji had Jnana Yajna there. So many things. People always we will invite, and he is our own relative, next door relative also, next door neighbor also. He never even came to Swamiji thinking that my guru will be a Mahapurusha, and this guru is their guru, so he cannot be a Mahapurusha. See how I am putting words in his mind, but that is our thought, na? Why is he not coming? Some guru has come or some Mahapurusha has come and he is not already initiated by somebody. He is a good person, good soul. What is the harm in coming and seeing? And it is in his sister's house, own sister's house. What is the harm in coming and seeing? Because, well, they have got initiated, they are having their guru, but my guru cannot be such a common guru who comes to everybody. My guru will come from the Himalayas one day, appearing in my dream, and then only I will be. I am just adding word, but this is what the mindset is. And poor man died without getting initiated by anybody. He waited for his guru to come, but no guru came. A guru will come. We have to be humble enough to discover our guru. Otherwise, staying in the Guru Sannidhi also, you will never have the benefit of Guru Sannidhi. Unless that humility is there, what will you see in the Guru? You will see an ordinary person, nothing else will be seen. What will you gain from him? Nothing. Easily, the other day I was telling that in Rishikesh, when we went, we met Harihar Tirtha Maharaj. The first thing he said is that महात्मा को दर्शन करने के लिए आए हैं, महात्मा को देखना बाहर का देखना नहीं है, अंदर देखना चाहिए. You have come to see Mahatma. It is very difficult to see a Mahatma because Mahatma cannot be seen with the outer eyes. You have to look into his mind. You have to look inside. So, because of ego, that ego creates so much of encapsulation around us. It encapsulates us so much, it restricts us so much that we are not able to get the benefit from the world or extend ourselves in the world and interact and get the benefit from them. There are so many instances which I can analyze. It's coming to my mind, but let us stop today. So this is what, although the story appears to be just a mythological story, that too meaningless and all, but it has great meaning. Each behavior has to be analyzed. Agni behaved in a manner, Vayu behaved in a manner, but Indra was not like that. Indra behaved in a different manner. The other day I told you Indra and Virochana, the two behavior. So all these things we have to, Nachiketa, we have to analyze the behavior of Nachiketa to understand. That will help our sadhana. Om Apyayantu mamangani
आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
Vak pranashchakshushrotramatho
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो
Balamindriyani cha sarvani
बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
Sarvam Brahmaupanishadam
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
Maham Brahma Nirakuriyam
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
Mama Brahma Nirakaroda Nirakarnamastu
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोद निराकरणमस्तु
Anirakaranam mestu
अनिराकरणं मेस्तु
Tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu
तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु
Dharmaste mai santu te mai santu
धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
Another instance coming, that my mother's father, my dadu, that is grandfather, maternal grandfather, when he was young, his friend one day took him to Sharadama. Ramakrishna Dev was not there. Sharadama was there. So he took my grandfather along with him. But grandfather refused to see her. He sat underneath a tree there, outside, underneath a banyan tree or pipal tree. And the friend went in, he got initiated by Sharadama. And hours my grandfather sat outside, not even have the darshan of mother. He came back. Later on, he took initiation from Sharadama's disciple. The name I have forgotten. He's also in the same, but Sharadama's disciple. So after initiation, he told him about that I had once come like this, my friend had come, but I refused to have darshan. So naturally his guru consoled him saying that, हाँ ये लिखा है कि तुम हमारा you will become Sharadama's grandson. So you could not become his son. That is only a consolation. But this is where the ego, that our ahankara prevents us from. What was the harm in just seeing? There's nothing wrong. ठीक है.